Hi guys, this is Denis Hagov and our transport store ucsale.com, and today for a review, I think last review for 2023 will be LeaperKim Veteran LYNX. Yes, we received this wheel, and sorry guys, but weather in Lithuania already, it seems like it was deja vu, like it was 1 year ago when I firstly received the Sherman S in the same, I think, in same date, plus minus. And now it is almost December now, and Lithuania is -7, a lot of snow, icy roads, so very hard condition to test, to do something. So I had only little opportunity. I was able to ride in few days about 20, maybe 25 kilometers overall. The speed was not so huge because of the weather conditions and icy roads. So the speed was still 50 kilometers per hour. Anyway, I tried to test it like on the LYNX, overlean it. You can see it on the video. So it was not possible to overlean it even for a few millimeters, so it is very strong and very powerful. This is one moment I tried to jump from the stairs and so on to try it, how the suspension feels. Unfortunately, I was not able to do the range test, and even if I would do that, you know, with such weather, -7, so anyway, the numbers I will receive will not be, you know, 100% true, because of -7 weather in Lithuania. So anyway, we have what we have, and we know what the LeaperKim do that, you know, it's just, I think, trying to rise the sales in the winter season, and that's why they're representing new wheels in the winter season. So this is the position of the LeaperKim. You can agree or not, but anyway, I want to say one important moment here, that they really do nice job regarding one moment, but they really don't speak about the LYNX, and nobody knows what the LYNX will come to the market until I think we get some first information 2 weeks before they start dispatch the first wheels to the dealers for the test. And we knew that information that will be 20-inch wheel with a new voltage system, 151 volt. We knew that, and all on our specification was confidential. Even we don't know exactly what we will receive in the final position, and only after we sent out to all dealers, all big dealers, to all the world, we sent that wheels, dispatch them by one unit to every big dealer. So only after that we publish the official specification of a wheel. So in such case, in my deep opinion, it's only my subjective opinion, but this is nice because people don't need to wait half an a year and more, you know, because everybody tired about that. And, you know, firstly, 2 years ago people was, you know, pre-ordering that wheels and waiting 6 months, when 8 months, till 1 year and so on, and people really tired, and new product are coming to the market and they still waiting for that pre-order. And after the wheels start dispatching, we understand that this is not exactly what we wanted, and so all these, you know, games. And overall, I am speaking with a lot of customers all around the Europe, and not only all around the Europe. So the overall opinion are the same, but people are tired to wait, tired of all this, you know, some digits, 3D renderings and so on. So they just want to see the product, to test it, and fastly get it. So anyway, we received that demo unit also here in Europe. I tested, yes, conditions not so great, but anyway, everybody have opportunity to come to see it in real, to test it, to try to to try to ride few meters, maybe a few 100 meters if the conditions are better here, so we understand what this product about, and we will receive this wheel in the middle of December, first batch of LYNX. So it is not so big time to wait, the wheels already coming to the dealers, and this is really great, but you can test it and you can immediately order it and get it in the next 3-4 weeks, and that's really nice. You don't need to wait, you know, a year and so on. So this is important part I wanted to speak about, and now we're returning to the LYNX and what the LYNX is all about. Overall, as you can see, the design is almost similar by the principle of the design, by the conception of wheel, like the LeaperKim are seeing, the future line of unicycle. So nothing different, nothing completely different in the design part here compared to the pattern. Of course, all these handles are different, and where you cannot use the handle from the pattern to the LYNX, they are different, but conceptually it is same. And overall, I can say that design of that wheel, comfort of riding, ergonomics of that wheel, still good and still remains the same in the good level. You can use the pads, and yes, I will say that these pads are not added to the box. This is a separate parts. You need to order if you wish to get parts like that. We have them in stock right now. The price is about 130 euros, I think, or 20 or 30 euros for the set of that pads. So it is a different manufacturer, China manufacturer, because the LeaperKim lose the cord, we lose the bill with a bigodi, so they cannot add them in the box. So you just need to understand that, but you will need to buy them separately. But with jumping here, you see, with jumping, like the pads, almost the same like we saw in the pattern, but here I think a little bit bigger place for the legs, and more brings you more comfort, you know, to take that wheel in the air if you're riding aggressively and extremely. Overall, the handles, all these ergonomics are really good, and I see here no difference with a pattern. All really made great. The big handles, strong handles. Ergonomically, you can take it from both sides, and really this ergonomics remains good in the good level, and nothing to talk here. I'll just, and also they are strong. So good solutions. We saw that same solution in the pattern, and they just did, they understand what this is good solution, as I understand LeaperKim, and they keep doing that, and that's really great. So the screen, same screen we saw in the pattern, we saw in the Sherman's S and so on. So nothing here different, but only one I wanted to say, what beeper now are beeping strong, more stronger compared to the Sherman S and compared to the pattern. Now you can hear it wherever, hear it I think in any speed. Regarding the speed, so the free spin speed of that motor on 100% on the high mode on, power mode on, high speed mode on, is 136 kilometers per hour free spin of that wheel, and I think that this is more than enough for even for the extremely speedy riders to reach the speed over 80 kilometers per hour, maybe 90, depending on the weather condition, on the battery level, on your weight, wherever. But for the unicycle over 80 kilometers per hour, it is really great speed. You can test it if you wish, and 151 voltage system, first one ever built. And here it is the interesting story that the LeaperKim do that, not Bigodi as usual, but LeaperKim do that. Firstly, in the electric unicycles, 151 volts, and the batteries are 2700 watt-hour. And here, this one unit, demo unit we get from the LeaperKim has 66 lbs suspension, and also has the 50A batteries, not 50S. And here about the batteries, so I know that a lot of rumors now, a lot of these crazy riders now speaking a lot of that batteries, what we need to get the 15S. We don't need the 50E batteries because of the poor discharge rate and so on. But anyway, I don't think so, really, if you will ask me, and I will try shortly to explain that this wheel is already 151 volt system. It is not 84 volt anymore like it was 3-4 years ago. So when you have a low voltage system, yes, you need, if you want to keep the power of a motor, you need to raise the discharge rate. So sometimes the small batteries like the 1500, 1800 batteries are not capable, to provide you a lot of amperes, because the voltage are reduced, small voltage, so need to provide more amperes to provide that power to the motor. So in that case, yes, I understand. For example, for the Kingsong 16 S16, we also will use the two types of batteries, and on the 15E battery, on the 50E batteries, we understand that the motor powerful batteries are small capacity overall, and we understand that the wheel are easily can be cut off on the speed about 40-50 kilometers per hour. Here we have completely different story. 151 volts don't need you to have the 1550S batteries just because of a high voltage. Anyway, I tried to overlean that wheel. It is not possible to overlean it even by 1 millimeter. So it is so strong, so powerful, and I really don't see here why I should buy 1550S battery in that wheel just to have more power. I don't just see that how I can use them, because this wheel are accelerating crazily fast and the voltage high, as I said. So for me, just it is pointless. For the low voltage wheels, yes, I seems I will agree with the community, but for the high voltage, with high discharge batteries like 1550S has also problems, and overall the mileage on the 50S will be shorter compared to the batteries 15E. This is one very important part, but you will be not able to ride same distance with the 50S for sure. And the second one moment is that the degradation of the 50S batteries are bigger, and significantly bigger, because when I saw the technical data of batteries Samsung, so for the 1550E batteries, they write that after the 1000 charging and discharging rates, the degradation is only 80% of only 20% degradation, and 80% of overall capacity of the batteries will be left. So for the 50S batteries, the degradation are 40% only after the 250 cycles. So 250 cycles, to understand, is about 15,000 kilometers. So 15,000 kilometers, you will have only 60% of nominal power of that 50S batteries. So in that case, the degradation are really not comparable between 15E and 50S batteries. So in that case, I see that in the next 2 years, who will ride with 50S batteries, we will see the problems with the overall mileage and overall capacity. So if you are prepared to change the batteries every 2 years or every 10 till 50,000 kilometers, so yes, why not? You can try to use them. But as I said, this wheel with such batteries has insane power. Even with my weight 100 kilograms, it is more than enough in any range. Accelerates, brakes, you cannot overlean it so easily. I understand if I will go on the half of a battery, I will push it till the 90 kilometers and this wheel will cut off and I will get my crash. But if you're looking for from the such position, if you're just thinking from the such position, so anyway, the LYNX are not the wheel for long speed, high riding, high speed, long range riding, because the capacity is only 2700. And here I think we need to weight the wheels with overall capacity 4000, 5000 like we had in the Master Pro. With 4800 watt hours, where you have a lot of room to play, and you can just easily going on the 70 like with a motorcycle or motoroller, going 70-80 kilometers per hour long range. So here anyway the batteries will maybe in some point, in some moment on your crazy ride, when you will, as I said, will use only half of a battery and you will try to speed up, in some moment maybe these batteries will provide you more power, but overall I see here no point to use that battery. So anyway, so this is my opinion about the batteries. So if you want, of course we will order that wheels and deliver to you, but I don't see here any good moments for for me, like for the rider, and hope I clearly explained that to you. So let's return back to the wheel and to the ergonomics regarding the pedals. So thanks God they stop experimenting with all these pedals like we saw in the Sherman S, where you can adjust the length of the pedals. So anyway, with just normal pedals, ships with spikes are integrated in the pedals. So I was not able to test with my summer boots, but I was wearing my the army boots for the winter, and my boots has own ships, and they are big because it is a winter boots, and these ships are not so big and not so spiky. So idea is, when I was trying to push it, to overlean it, to hardly accelerate, I feel like my boots are going on the pedals forward and backward, because my ships not reach the ships with one ship. So, and between my boots, these spikes are between my spikes and so on. So my boots are are not holding greatly here. So I think what better, if you're extreme rider, better to change that pedals, because for the normal riding, for the middle type riding, it is good, but for extreme riding you need 100% of grip with the pedals. This is very important for jumping, for braking, for acceleration, because if you will start brake and your foot will going forward, so you can crash and so on. So this is important part. So regarding pedals, not bad, but could be better here in this way. Regarding the front lamp is now, they changed the design of the lamp, and the lamp now shine more brightly. And yes, the beam are really strong. You can adjust the level of the beam. All seems okay, but as usual, the beam are rounded, and if you will adjust it to see all the roads before in the front of you, so the pedestrians and the bicycles who riding in the front of you will say their own opinion about your lights. So be prepared here. Anyway, good lights for off-road riding, but you will blinding all the people who are coming in front of you. Be prepared for that. Regarding the backlights different design, but same conceptually like we saw in the pattern, but we have two separate lights, and they are shining red, blinking when you're stopping, and showing your turns in yellow when you're turning your wheel in the different sides. But only one moment, in my opinion, this one in the LYNX are shining not so bright compared to the pattern, because the pattern, the backlights was bigger one, in my opinion was shining better in the daylights. For the night lighting it is okay, but for the daylighting I think in the pattern was better solution, more bright here. Regarding the charging port, yes, the main nightmare for the pattern holders and even for the Sherman S holders. For the pattern for sure, because I also was owning Sherman S, I was owning this year, all the summer, almost I was riding the pattern. So this is the charging port where when in the front, where you need to find that charge, and it was really issue, you know, every time you wanted to charge it, it was really nightmare for you. And if you need to, you know, to see somehow to put that. So here in the LYNX we solve it, and you now have in the back of the wheel, in the bottom of the handle, you have the room, normal room to open the rubber cover, open that, and you have immediate full access to the two charging ports. And the charger we have here in the box are 5 amps, 151 volts, so 5 amps, good charger. Will normally will charge that, will not 3 amps, but 5, it is good. And now you have normal access to that. Regarding this cover rubber, yes, the solution, first solution, they wanted, you know, to make that easy to access. They made that, but solution I think need to be fixed here, because when you put that cover, you see that, and we see like the cover little bit going back, so it is not holds, you know, 100%. So if you will ride, it will, you know, on the vibration it will be opens, you know, opens back to so it will be opened. So in that, as I said, solution access good, but how they made that need to be, in my opinion, need to be fix it here to, you know, when you push it, so it need to be holded that 100% to be waterproof and so on, dust proof and so on. So here still need to be fixed in my opinion. Regarding overall, regarding the stand, kickstand, so you can see now the kickstand are really high in the high level. That's good, because in my previous review with InMotion V14 Adventure, the kickstand was in lower position. So I said when I was jumping, I always was thinking not to hit, you know, with this stand, the stairs or something. Just always was keeping that in mind. Here the stand are put it in the better position, higher position, so I don't see anymore such a stress when I using LYNX, and that's really also. I just understand what we was also thinking about that stand for the such a wheels for extreme riding need to be, you know, raised in the high position to avoid all problems, you know, in the future when the riders are going aggressively here. Regarding mud guards, I think this is the same mud guards we saw in the Sherman S, so nothing to talk here. Same solution, not bad, but if you're riding in mud, so you still will have some, you know, some mud on your legs and on the wheel. Not bad, but still, I think still we could, you know, do that in that way better. But anyway, not bad. The tire still same Kendo tire we saw in the Sherman S and Sherman Max wheels, 20-inch with tire are still the same. Not bad tire, but I prefer maybe to take Shinko if I will leave, and I will leave that wheel for me in 2024. So I will replace the tire to the Shinko, I think, because I like more roundness effect for the fast riding and speed riding and so on. So regarding the motor and the power, and now we're coming to that important moment. So I was saying in my review of when I firstly saw the Sherman S, and I was saying that in my review, you can watch it. But this motor has, I saw even with a Sherman S 100 volt, what this motor has the power, and I believe that this is the best motor we have now on the market of electric unicycles. So it has a lot of power, and I was saying that in the Sherman S review, but it just needs more voltage, and this wheel will perform just extremely. This summer everybody was hunting the patterns, and everybody was wanted the patterns, because pattern was great wheel for extreme riding and a lot of pleasure. Even for me, it was first wheel since, I don't know, for 2 years maybe, where I was happy to have it and was happy to start riding more aggressively, when I knew that the wheel provides me power which is more than enough for me for any condition I will ride. Upstairs, downstairs, jumping from the hills, doing whatever I want, you know. So the wheel was just going for every hill, every degrees, it doesn't matter, it is or going or just spinning. So no way I was able to overlean it, and it was just no problem of a power, no way for the pattern, and now no way for the link. So, and the people was hunting that wheels, you know, on every dealers. Everybody bought them and everybody was happy. Now the links come, and all these guys, all these communities now starting to sell patterns and want to pre-order it, links and so on. So should you update your pattern to the links? This is important moment and I wanted to speak about. So idea is very simple here. So if you are a guy who riding till the 50 kilometers, and mostly you are riding with your friends in the deep off-road in the forest, or just riding your pleasure in the city and performing some tricks like you're jumping from some stairs and so on, so communing riding with elements of extreme riding when you need to jump somewhere and so on. So, but your speed are till 50 in the city, and overall you mostly are going with your friends in the forest, and they just keep going in all these hills, and just like spend your time in such way. So in that way you don't need to change the pattern to the links, because the links will not bring you something more. Here, of course, the travel of a suspension little bit bigger, progression of a suspension springs here we have, so we have opportunity to jump from the bigger one hill, but overall, even if you are using 66-70 lbs suspension of a pattern, where you are mostly more than enough here. So only when you're going crazy, jump 2 meters and so on. But this is valid only for the crazy riders. You need to understand it. Only for the if you are not crazy rider and you are not jumping from the 1 or 2 meters, you don't need to change that, because you will never use that. So just buying to have it, to touch the best one wheel, but not use that. So this is pointless to change the pattern here to the links, because you will have nothing here. But from another way, this is my subjective opinion, from another way, if you're a guy who likes to ride end of road, light off-road, normal off-road, middle off-road, going some, making for you some adventures, want to pass that adventures, and also you like to ride fastly. Fastly, I mean 60, 70, 80 kilometers. So, and you have such a community of guys of your company who combining, the city riding, forest riding, and the fast riding somewhere, when you're going between the countries, not countries, but cities and villages and so on. So if you're riding like that, and you have a lot of moments when you need to push the wheel, and you like to push that, and you like to go faster than the 60, so in that way, yes, you will have a better mileage with the links, of course, for sure, and you have better handling, because the dynamics of 16-inch and 20-inch wheel are different, and who are try to ride every wheels, I mean, and 16 and 20-inch, so the difference when the 20-inch are riding better here, and you're on the high speed, you can do all this carving, you're doing all this cornering, and the performing here the 20-inch wheel much better compared to the 16-inch. But this is valid only on the high speed. So if you are not enough range, if you are not enough speed till 60 with a pattern, and you see that you are not enough, you are trying to reach your guys, and your guys maybe with Bigodi AX30, with Commanders Pro and so on, are just overpassing you, and you are not able to reach them. So yes, in that position you should buy the links, because links will give you mixed riding, with good same performance, with a power on the off-road, and the better travel of a suspension you will brings you more comfort, and the bigger diameter in some moments brings you better off-road abilities, and also better mileage, a little bit better, and of course better speed and handling, and you will get your pleasure on the high speed. So in that way, yes, you should change that wheel and links will be better. But if no, don't try to wrong yourself, like I need the links because it is the best of the best. You need to understand, you need it because you want faster, you want more mileage, and you want just going, crazy fast, doing all these fast speed rides between villages and so on. So in that case, if now the pattern still the great wheel, cheaper price, and performing really great here. So hope I answered your mostly important question here, why you should in that moment, and how and why you should change your pattern or another wheel to the links here. Regarding the suspension, yes, as I said, the suspension now changed. The LeaperKim says that they made here a lot of changes, so suspension will be more durable, and we hope we will never see such many leaking of air with shocks with oil leaking almost from the boxes and so on. So they really say to us that they made their homework and suspension now fixes. So we put the springs with progression, so when you're hitting almost the bottoming the wheel, so the suspension progression don't gives you that few millimeters to so easily to bottom it. So it is really great, and every motorcycles use the same system here. So also glad they made that. Regarding what LBS system to buy, 66, 62 or 70, of course all extreme riders will say for sure 70, we need 70. Yes, for extreme riding, once more again, when you're jumping a lot, when you're really jumping, I don't speak about, when you just jump like that, this is not jumping. Even this one, not jumping. The jumping is when you're speeding up, and you're going through the air, 1 meter, 1.5 meter, 2 meters, or you jump from the rock, from the somewhere, down. So this is extreme power when you need to suspension to work. So in the such way, yes, 70 LBS suspension, because I was talking about that some years ago about how it works in motorcycle world. For example, in the enduro motorcycles we have the travel of a suspension 340 or even 400, something between 340 380 millimeters. So 380 millimeters. Here we have 90 millimeters, I think, or 85 millimeters, something like that. So you understand it is more than the 4 times bigger travel. So in the motorcycle, so usually almost 400 millimeters travel are more than enough for the shocks to absorb, such a big jump. So overall the suspension are working normally in the normal condition, but when you are jumping, just that travel of the suspension reducing this high meters jumping, from somewhere. So this is how it works in motorcycle world. For the unicycles we don't have such a travel here. So if you're a crazy rider, so for you seems you need to buy, for example, 70 LBS suspension. But what you will get? You will get what you will not be able to use the normal suspension in the normal road condition, because it will be just too hard, because you need it to keep you, travel when you're jumping from the 2 meters on the ground. So in that way the suspension will work and it will reduce all these bumps for you. But in another condition it will never work for you when you will ride seated, when you're riding in the city, when you're riding just normally somewhere, and you have all these small obstacles, bumps, so suspension will not work for you. So once more again, please keep it in mind when you're ordering that. Don't listen to all these crazy guys with own opinions about that. Don't listen that. Listen for you, for yourself. If you still want the wheel to be used like the normal wheel, you need to to buy the wheel with a suspension are made for your weight. So till the 80 kilograms, 62. From the 80 till 100, and maybe not 100, no, I think yes, by 100, yeah, why not? From the 80 till 100, 66. If you're more than 100, then you're going to the 70. So maybe if you're on the border of weight, like you're 85 and you are or you're 78 and you want to go, bigger jumps to make, maybe you can buy 66, but don't buy 70. You will see that problem for sure. When you stay on the 70, the wheel just remains like the table, and you need such a wheel, I don't know. So just guys, I wanted to explain you, I hope I explained you that difference, so keep it in mind, and don't try, to, how to say it, this, as I will say, don't try to make your own wrong, just don't, как будет обман, just forgot that word. So you need to be honest with yourself. So this is the idea. You need to be honest with yourself. Don't fool yourself, in that way. But I will need to buy 70 because everybody and all these guys in the forums who are jumping says we need 70. You don't need 70 for sure, and keep that in mind. So guys, I think that's it for the wheel. I hope I will make another review in the spring, in the March, April maybe, when the weather will be better in Lithuania. I will tell you more about that wheel. I will keep one wheel for me, LYNX, for sure. I will keep it because I like to ride some in some moments fastly. So yes, this is made for me sense to upgrade the pattern to the LYNX. But for yourself, you need to decide for yourself here if you will answer that questions. And overall, if you are interested, just write me in the comments. I can make the last review, like the New Year review, regarding the overall market and what we need and what we should wait in 2024, and overall about the industry, my position, my opinion, like the guy who are riding, like the salesman, like the representative of the shop. I can talk more about the wheels, about the manufacturers, what they are thinking, and where all this industry are going, by my opinion. So guys, just write me in the review you want such a review to listen or not, and I will write it. So guys, thank you for watching. Denis Hagov, our shop ucsale.com. We already have a V14 Adventure on stock with a 1550E batteries. You can order it right now. Coming the LYNX on also 66 lbs on the 50E batteries. It will be in the 3-4 weeks. So you can pre-order, because this is a limited batch we get. So you can pre-order now already. And also we're waiting for the Kingsong S16 production start, and the Kingsong still not started production after the 2 months already. So somebody making the 151 volt wheels, somebody could not make the 184 volt wheel. This is the difference. Thank you guys. Bye bye.